Hi, good morning. How are we? I am using my power bar for all those power bar people today. If you want to grab it, set it all up. Make sure you've got it on hand. Okay, let's get this show on the road then. We are using our bar if you have one. Otherwise, you've got your resistance band and we've all got some weights on hand. Let's sit up nice and tall and make sure those feet are flat on the floor. Lift up out of those hips. I want you to think about those bum bones, your sit bones there, and I want you to try and draw them towards each other so that you're lifting right up out of those hips, okay? We're just gonna gently roll the shoulders to loosen up a little bit. Get that body moving for the morning. Good, okay, floating the arms up as you breathe in. And then a deep breath out as you come down. This is your chance to just start to listen to your body for the day, to slow your head down and start to feel how your body is moving. Let's go out to the side now, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and once more breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, we're going to take that right arm up now as we breathe in, and then we're going to breathe out and just do a little side stretch. Good, breathing in, breathing out over to the other side. Good, let's do that again. Breathing in and deep breath out. Little stretch in through the waistline there. Breathing out. Good, coming back to the center. Take the arms gently down by your side, circling those wrists. We're still sitting nice and tall. We're still lifting out of those hips. Change direction. Nice big circles if you can. Good. All right, let those arms come down. Drop your chin to your chest. Now take that chin up to the ceiling. Back down again. And up once more. Take it down, and this time as you breathe out, you're going to arch your back, roll yourself down, and then start to come over those legs, just hanging. Let those arms just hang by your side. Deep breath out again. We're going to draw that belly button back. I want you to feel the tummy muscles switching on. Slowly unroll yourself to sit up nice and tall. I want you to really just take that focus into your spine. You're rolling the spine in both directions, okay? We're really trying to separate each of those vertebrae. So let's roll it down, chin to the chest, deep breath out, rolling down. Feel the center of the back arching as well. Let those arms hang, breathing in, breathing out. We're slowly coming back up. We lift that pelvic floor so that we can sit right up nice and tall. Good. Let's take the right foot out now while we're still sitting tall and circle that ankle. And then the other way, circling it around and around. Good. Are you making circles? Change your feet. Circling around. Still sitting nice and tall. We didn't start to sink into those hips yet. Change direction. So we have to keep using those inner muscles there, the pelvic floor, the lower back, the tummy muscles. Good. All right, take the foot down. We're going to lift the right leg. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the left leg for 5 and 4, 3. Belly button still gently drawing back. Good. Let's do that again. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Other leg. 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good. Make sure you're still sitting up tall. And now you're going to do some really big hip circles. So I want you to really sink down into your hips and then pull up tall. Sink and lift. Nice and big. Now I want you to picture a spiral that slowly you come to the center of that spiral so you get smaller. So a little smaller and a little smaller and a little smaller. Still working that pelvis here, okay? Tucking the bum under. So there's a lot more tummy sort of feeling there. Keep it really small and come to the center. Let's reverse that spiral coming back to the outside. So little ones that slowly get bigger. Still sinking into those hips, still pulling right up and sink and lift. Nice and big now. We're on the outside of that spiral, around and around. And one more to come back to the top. Good, okay. Make sure you're sitting towards the front of the chair a little bit. Let those arms just hang so the shoulders are relaxed. Do your little pelvic tilt. And then we're going to sit up as tall as we can. We want to feel the pelvic floor activate. We want to feel the lower abs and the lower back working together. Gently drawing in as you tuck and as you lift. Breathing out and out. Good. The more we can focus on here, the less those legs are going to get sore. Couple more like this. And last one. Good. And sitting tall. Okay, so if you're using a resistance band, you can grab that. I want you to hold it about shoulder distance apart as you usually would. For those that are using the power bar, you're going to slip your hands, your feet, I mean, into the power bar like so. Make sure it is right on your feet as best you can, okay? And we're not tangled. We're gonna stay seated. So of course, anyone using a resistance band, you're going to be as you usually are. You should know what you're doing. But there you go, you wanna be here, okay? So whether you've got the bar or the resistance band, the arms are going to sit down by your knees. Feet are flat on the floor and we're all sitting up tall. If you want to use the backrest, go for it, that's fine, as long as your butt is scooted back there as well. Okay, we're going to breathe in through the nose. We are all going to have a slightly bent elbow and we're going to slowly, slowly take those arms up. Now you're just going to go to the limit for you, okay? So resistance bar people, you can probably get your arms all the way up, but with the power bar, a little bit different because you're working that little bit harder here. So if you can only come to here, that's fine, that's where you go to. And we're going to slowly take it back down. So whatever you're using, we're going to breathe out and in. Complete control. Shoulders are relaxed, they don't lift at all. The only thing lifting are your arms and the equipment. And up and down. So power bar people, you can feel those shoulders working quite intensely here. Resistance bar people, you can feel them working too, just not as intense. Good, we're gonna do one more. That's it. Okay, if you need to shake it out, then do so. We're all going to take our bar or our resistance band out in front of us. Shoulders are down. I want you to roll the shoulders forward, not the whole body, just the shoulders, and then roll them back and down. And forward and back and down. Try and keep the arms at the same length the whole time, okay? So we're not just pushing away and then pulling in. We're moving those shoulders. Good, this is the last one because I know that's quite a tough exercise too. And we can lower it down. So if you need to give it a shake, then do that. Good. Power bar people, I'm going to get you to bring your bar to where you find the tension in the elastic and then hold it, okay? And if you want to bend your elbows and bring it closer to you, you can. Resistance bar people, I want you to bring that resistance bar all the way up above your head. And we're all going to take our shoulders back for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to hold it there. Everyone is going to come over to the side. Now, if you've got the bar, it's in front of you, so I don't want you to move it, okay? Over to the other side. If you're using the resistance band, it'll be up above your head, okay? And I want you to tilt over without letting those arms drop. Keep it strong. Over, last one. Good. Back to the center and down. Good. Loosen up those shoulders again if you need to. Okay. So what I'm going to get you to do, the people that have the resistance band, we're going to move down to the legs a little bit. So you're going to wrap your elastic around your foot like so, as you've done in the past, okay? So wrap that around your right leg, your right foot I should say, not your whole leg. Power bar people, watching carefully. What you're going to do is put one twist and 2 twists, okay? So you've made a cross in the center, okay? And you've done 2 circles to make that cross, 2. And then, power bar people, you're going to roll it up, and we're going to make sure those rolls stay down near the end of the bar. Try and keep them down that end so that they don't get in the way. They don't want to stay down that end because of the cross, okay? We want to have a little bit of tension, so you can roll it right up like this if you like, get it nice and tight. So I've gone with 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls. Okay, people with the resistance bands, you should have that on your foot by now. So we're all going to take that right leg out. We're going to sit as tall as we can. We're all going to pull those elastics nice and tight. So if you're using a resistance band, get both hands on it, pull it in, okay, elbows at your side and hold it strong. Okay, we are all sitting up nice and tall, holding it strong. So if you're using the bar, you'll look like this. All right, let's lift that leg. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Now out to the side. 1 and 2 and 3. Still sitting tall. 4 and 5. Good. Bring the knee forward and push. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And take it down. Good. Okay, we're going to make sure we're sitting up, and I'm just going to put a little pointer in there for the people that are using the bar. If you're finding that it is because you don't have as much support with the bar for this particular exercise, if you find that your back is getting sore, sit back there and use that backrest, okay? Let's go again. I'm going to bring it a little higher for a little bit more firmness, and we're lifting. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Belly button back out. Small movement. Don't move anything else. 3 and 4. 1 more. And 5. Pull that knee up and push. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Take it down. Good. Okay. Power bar people, I want you to just relax. Give your leg a little shake if you need to. A few little circles of the hips. Resistance bar people, take that resistance band now and place it on your other foot. We're going to move to the other leg. So I guess as I'm doing this, I'm learning too. I'm thinking that next time we do this one, power bar people, we might actually put 2 handles on 1 foot. That might add just a little bit more support for your back. But like I said before, if your back is getting sore, please sit at the back of the chair and use that backrest. Bear in mind, anyone that sits at the back of the chair, you're not going to get the same lift, okay? So it might not feel like you're working harder, but you are still working as hard, okay? Okay, so we've got those resistance bands wrapped around the other foot now. Let's take that leg out. Let's make those bands really tight. So resistance bar people, you've got those elbows resting in by your waist. You're holding on firm. Remember, we don't want those arms moving. Lifting the leg. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Taking it out. And 2 and 3 and 4. 1 more. And 5. Bring that knee up and push. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 more. And 5, and we'll take it down. Make sure we're still sitting up nice and tall. All right, belly button drawing back. Lift that leg and up. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Take it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Bring that knee up and push. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and lower down. Good. Release that tension in the elastic. If you're using the resistance band, you can take it off now and place it to the side. We are going to continue with the legs. Power bar people, I want you to leave the power bar on your feet, but what you will do is untangle it. Be really careful when you do that. Okay. So once you've put that elastic to the side, if you're using a resistance band, we are going to sit. nice and tall on our chair. We're gonna tuck those feet. Actually, if you want a drink, grab yourself a drink before we stand up. Grab yourself a drink if you want a drink, and then we're standing up. I'll give you a moment. When it's time to stand up though, we're gonna tuck those feet under us, hinge forward ever so slightly, belly button back, arms come out. We change camera, and we push into our feet to stand. Okay, so when you're ready, that's how you're going to stand up. And while I'm gonna move my chair over, make sure I've got room. Power bar people, you should still be attached to your power bar like I am. And for those that are not using the bar, I want you to grab your weights. Yes, your weights. So if you're not using a power bar, you should have your weights in your hands. So we're gonna do a few little squats, and they're only gonna be small. I don't want you working those knees too hard, okay? So if you are not using the bar, you'll have weights. You're going to take those feet out about shoulder distance apart, okay? Belly button draws back. We're gonna come down and we're gonna hold this position. So this is gonna be your curl here, okay? For those using the bar, we need to put some tension in it. We wanna make it nice and firm, okay? Really tight so that you've got some tension there. All right, we're all gonna take our feet about shoulder distance apart, stand up nice and tall. We're gonna do very small squats. So let's all do the same movement with the arm as we come down and pulling up. And whoops, down. I meant to loosen up a little bit, not all of it. And up, good. Down and up. Keep it really small. It doesn't need to be a huge movement, okay? I don't need those knees getting sore. Let's hold this one, good. So while we're holding, if you find that your knees are sore, come up a little bit just so you've got a slight bend in them. Okay, we're all gonna open, palms facing forward, and we're doing our bicep curl. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, good work, and 8 and 9 and 10. Good, let's stand up. Good job. Okay, let's take those feet out a little bit wider now. Okay, so if you're using the weights, arms are going to stay here, all right? Away from the body, elbows lifted. We don't want that, do we? We want them even. Okay, you guys with the bar, turn those palms to face this way. So we're gonna just hold it away from the body now. If you have a look at my elbows, they're at the waistline. I've got roughly a 90-degree angle there, okay? All right, feet are turned out, everyone. Let's hold our weight or our bar still and bend the knees and pull up. 1 and 2. Keep it small again because we don't want to hurt those knees. We're gonna hold the next one, come down and hold. Remember, you don't have to be too deep. All right, let's do those curls again. This time we all take it down and we all curl. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, keep going, 7 and 8 and 9, last one, and 10. Good job. Come up and bring those legs in. Give them a shake if you need to. Okay, power bar people, turn your hands to face the other way. Okay, we're going to go into a very small squat here, okay? Just a small bend of those knees, nothing that's gonna hurt those knees. If you're using the weights, we're all gonna slightly hinge forward like this. If you're using the weights, turn the palms. We're lifting those elbows out to the side and down. Out to the side and down. We're all gonna do the same thing, okay? So, bar is the same thing, out to the side and down. So you might find that by taking your hands a little wider on the bar, it's a little bit more comfortable through the wrists. Now, no one should be using their wrists to lift. That means we're not doing this, okay? Think about your elbows coming up, everyone, elbows. and elbows. Let's do one more and then you can shake it out, loosen up the neck, the shoulders. Felt like something was crawling around my back. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Shoulders, loosen them up. We're going to do that one again, okay? So we're working on this area. So if you're pulling with your wrist, you're not going to feel that. You've got to lift with your elbow. All right, so if you're using your weights, you do exactly the same movement. Palms are facing backwards like this. We all have a small bend, slight lean forward, belly button back, and we're all going to lift the elbows. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Keep those shoulders back and down. 6, keep going, and 7. Don't forget to breathe. 8, I know there's so much to think about. 9, last one, and 10. Good, and release. Good job. Okay, loosen up those shoulders and that neck again. Good. Okay, a little bit of balance involved in the next one. So it's up to you if you need to use the chair or a wall, okay? Thinking about you guys, I don't think that you'll have a problem, but if you do, right foot forward, left foot back, okay? And a small bend of those knees. Now, if you have the weights in your hands, you're going back to this position, okay? Hands together and directly in front of your chest. If you're using the bar, we have a couple of rolls in it, and you can feel that this side, because it's in the back leg, it's going to be working harder, okay? So that's where your tension is going to be. Elbows are out to the side if you're using the bar. No wrists. Belly button back. Nice big step here. That back heel should be lifted off the floor. If you feel it in the knees, come up higher, okay? It's more about balance that we want to work on this one with. Okay, so we're going to turn. That's the right leg at the front. You're going to turn to the right and back. Now, if you're using the power bar, you're going to find, obviously, that tight side is getting even tighter and it wants to yank you back. So you've got to stay in control. Let's do one more twist. Good. And let's bring that back leg in. Okay, so we're going to change legs. So now we have the left leg forward. We have a small bend. We've tucked the bum under so our back is upright. And if you're using weights, you're just holding them in front of you, off your chest, not on your chest. Now we turn the other way. 1. Now if you go too far, you're going to lose your balance, all right? Because the hips will twist. So if you don't have that flexibility in your spine, you can't go very far. So work with what you've got for now, and hopefully we can get a little bit more movement in it as time goes on, all right? Loosen up those arms and shoulders if you need to. Give your legs a shake if you need to. We're going to do that once more. Right foot, tailbone under. Ready to turn to the right. 1. Belly button back the whole time. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring the back leg in and change. Left leg's forward now. Tuck that tailbone under. You've got to be strong in the pelvis, okay? And turning 1 and 2. Shoulders back, everyone. 3 and 4. One more. And 5. Good. And bring it back in. All right, give those legs a really good shake. If you've been using the power bar, have a seat and carefully slip them off your feet. Pop it down. If you're using the weights, you can pop them down as well. Stay standing though. Just want to do a little bit more in the standing position. Actually, you probably could have kept that on for a bit longer, but anyway. So I'll just use my chair here just in case you need it for balance. It's there, all right? We want to be standing up nice and tall. Remember, we're not too far from that chair, okay? Bring it in. Even if you don't use it, we still want it to be close by, okay? So we're going to start with some rises, coming up and down and up. And if I was too quick and you're still getting those bars, the bar handles taken off, then we'll just do some extra rises. So when you're rising, we're not pushing the hips forward, we're lifting right up from the feet, through the legs and straight up through the crown of the head. Good. All right, hopefully everyone's here now so we can do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And we're gonna hold the next one. Come up and hold. So this is where you might need something for balance, because you're gonna bend those knees forward just a little. You're gonna push those heels down into the floor, not letting those knees come together, and release. Okay, we rise up, bend the knees, heels down and release. Rise up, bend the knees, heels down, stay with me. Rise up, bend the knees, heels down. Keep your back up. Don't bend the knees so much that you've got to lean forward, okay? Tailbone is tucked under, pelvis is neutral the whole time. Last one, bend the knees, down, good. So if you take your hands and you place that little triangle like this, okay, so thumbs together, ball of the hands are on the hip bones there, and the fingertips point towards the pubic bone. Have a look in a mirror once. After class, go and have a look in a mirror. If you have that slight tilt here, when you do this movement, you see how my fingertips tuck under, okay? I'm trying to find the best angle for you, okay? We don't want to do that because that doesn't help our balance. It's the same with this exercise here. If we're like this, we can't balance as well. Here is neutral pelvis, and that's where the pelvis needs to be when we're walking, when we're climbing stairs, when we're doing everything we do during the day, okay? So renovating your kitchen, doing the gardening, whatever it might be, you want a neutral pelvis. So the other thing is to just make sure that we don't sort of go into this sort of position, which with this particular exercise isn't as common, but a lot of people do sink into their hips, and that's then pushing forward, okay? So we're gonna reverse the movement now. We're gonna find a neutral pelvis, okay? Hopefully you've got it, but go and have a look at it later. Where are we up to? Rise, no, bend. Bend first, then rise. So you can still keep that neutral pelvis the whole time. We bend the knees, we rise up, we lift and lower. We bend the knees, rise up, lift and lower. And we bend the knees, rise up, lift, and last one, bend the knees, lift, rise up and lower. Good, give those legs a shake. Okay, still standing tall. We still want that neutral pelvis there. Let's take the right leg out to the side, pull up out of this hip, small lift, and bring it in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Same leg is going forward, 1 and 2. Still neutral here, and 4 and 5. Going backwards now, 1 and 2. You will get a little tilt, but we don't want too much, and we want to come back to neutral each time. Okay, let's change to the other leg. Out, 1 and 2 and 3. Something for you to work on. Homework for you for the next week. Forward now, 1 and 2. Make sure we lift out of this hip. 4. So if you have those weak hips and you have one side where you really struggle to lift, that's about working on these exercises, working on strengthening here and strengthening this thing here. Backwards, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good, shake it out. So that thing there should be feeling that as well, all right? Okay, let's do a knee lift. First leg, lifting it up, trying to aim for hip height, but you don't have to go that high, remember, okay? Again, we want to keep the neutral pelvis as we do it. Pulling up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to hold number 5, and you're just going to take it out a little and bring it in. So again, we're working through those hips, that movement in the hip joint. Okay, your leg's working too. So is your balance. Let's take it down and change legs. Pulling up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Hold it there. Hello? Hi. Apologise, someone walked in the front door. Doesn't usually happen during class. I open as soon as I'm here on my own in the house. 2 and 3 and 4, a little scary, and 5. Good, and take it down. All right, shake those legs out. Get ready for a punch up. Whew. Okay, shake it out behind your chair. You're going to rest your forearms on the chair. You're going to take a few steps back. I want you to just feel your chest sinking lower and lower towards the floor, your head coming down between your arms as you take those steps back to make sure that we're trying to make a table position here, okay? Have the forearms on the chair, not just the hands, because I don't want you to pull that chair over, okay? You're gonna let your head sink down between your arms. You're gonna let your chest sink down towards the floor. You've got a small bend in those knees. I'm also gonna get you to take your feet a little bit wider so they're about the width of your chair, okay? From here, we're going to rise up on the right foot. So I'm just lifting the right heel, okay? And then I'm gonna lower it. I'm lost now. All my words are gonna be screwed up for the rest of the class. Okay, so you're lifting your right heel, but the rest of the body is not moving, okay? We wanna keep that chest sinking, then lower the foot, then the left, and lower, and right, and lower, and left, and lower, and right, and left. Good. Now I'm gonna get you to bend those knees just a little bit more. Without sort of lifting the rest of your body, you're gonna start to straighten those legs. You might not get them completely straight, that's okay. I just want you to straighten them as much as you can. But at the same time, that chest is still sinking to the floor. So what can you feel right now? You can feel a stretch in the back of your legs, particularly behind the knees and into that calf area. Okay, you can feel a stretch through your back. You can feel a stretch in the front of the shoulders. Okay, let's bend those knees again. All right, the only thing you really lost then was that stretch in the back of the legs. Let's push it up again and bend both knees again. And push it up again, and we're just gonna do this once more, okay? Because I know not everyone's comfortable with this position. Please let me know how you feel with this position as well, okay? We're going to start to walk in, but in order to do that, we're going to drop the chin to the chest. Push the spine to the ceiling. Feel your back arching in the other direction now, like a cat. Walk your feet in closer to the chair. You still have your chin on your chest. Walk your feet in another step closer to the chair. Your back is still arched, chin on the chest. Right, you now have a lot more stability because your feet should be underneath you. So holding onto the chair, slowly unroll and then looking forward, okay? So you should be holding onto that chair here, making sure you're balanced before we go any further. Good? All right. So what happened before? My partner, Matthew, walked in the front door. So what's happened is he's been looking for a new job and he got one. And obviously that's why he's come home, because he's gone to the bosses. See you later. I'm quitting. He gives them notice, but they just kick him out whenever anyone gives notice at the place where he is working right now. They just say, well, if you don't want the job here, go home now. And so they just pay him out straight away. So obviously that's what happened. I will find out in 10 minutes. Right now, we're gonna continue to stretch. We're gonna stretch those hips a little bit. So we're gonna take those feet out. We're gonna make our pistol grip and we're gonna take those arms up above the head and relax your shoulders. Good, all right, let's push that hip over to the right. Then let's lean away just a little bit, okay? I want you to stay connected here, all right? Over just a little bit. Feel that stretch in that hip over there. Now pull the hip in. Push the other hip out to the side and we're gonna lean away from it just a little bit. Good. Hold that stretch, don't have to go too far, and pull it in. Good, bring those feet back in together and your arms all the way down. Okay, so we are going to come and stand now in front of our chair. I won't turn that yet. Okay, stand in front of your chair. Now, before we go any further, I do want you to make sure that you are in the front of the center of the chair, okay? You don't want to be over here, all right? Then you will still fall on the floor no matter what we do. Okay, so you can feel the front of the chair on the back of the legs. belly button draws back. We're pulling up nice and tall. We're gonna do that squat, that lovely squat we did earlier, okay? But we're gonna stick that butt out. So this is becoming more of a, what they call a deadlift now, because the back is over so far. And we're gonna continue on down until we are sitting on our chair. And we're not gonna collapse. We're not gonna just give in to life right now. We're gonna stay strong. Alrighty. Sit towards the front of the chair. I'm not finished with you yet. Little pelvic tilt. Let's go a little deeper, okay? Pushing through the center. I want you to feel those tummy muscles, top and bottom. Activate, switching on tight, and then sit up tall. Let's make a pistol grip. Let's tuck again. Let's hold. Now we're going to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to do 6, and then we're going to come up. Then we're going to go back again, nice and deep, feeling those tummy muscles working. We're going to lift those arms, point to the ceiling, and then point forward, and point to the ceiling, and point forward. And once more, and down, and then we're going to sit up. Good, let's just do a basic one. Basic, is that the right word? Let's do another one, tuck and hold. Use those tummy muscles. Now the whole time you're moving from side to side, those tummy muscles are still switched on, okay? Make sure they are. And sit up tall again. All right, we're going to tuck again. And we're gonna hold. Now we're gonna lift those arms up towards the ceiling and down. And 2 more times, up to the ceiling. Now when we do this, in order for those tummy muscles to stay down there, they have to work harder to hold that rib cage down, okay? So you are going to feel the tummy muscles work harder here. They're connected to the rib cage. I'm sure I've said this before, and they're holding you in this position. Let's do a basic one. So right now it's just a little bit through here. Now it's a tuck, hold, it's here, and as soon as we start the twist, it's through the sides. Good, and pull up. And then, again, it's just here. Now as we lift the arms, it's right up under here. And right up under that rib cage. And again, good. And sit up tall. All right, couple little circles, loosen up a bit there. And the other way. Good, and lift. Bring the hands to the ears. Strong posture. You're gonna tuck and twist to the right. And sit up tall. And again, tuck, twist to the right. Make sure you're still getting that tuck because we want to feel the tummy muscles working, and then we squeeze in on that side of the waist. And again. And we lift. And we do that once more on this side. And we lift, and now we go the other way. Keep the chest open. Even on the twist, we want to try and keep the chest open. Okay, a little harder, but possible. 3 more to go. Tuck and lift up tall. And 2 more to go. And lift up tall. So you still feel those tummy muscles working. Good, and lift up tall. And arms down. Good job. All right, drop your chin to your chest. Take the chin to the ceiling. Chin down to the chest again and hold. Now we're going to roll the chin along the chest to the right shoulder. Keep it down low, let it hang, roll through the center to the other side. And again, roll it through to the right. Roll it through to the left. Come back to the center and look forward. You're still sitting up tall. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. To the front. Here down. And over, and up. Chin to the chest, deep breath out, arch that back, roll yourself down to hang over those legs. Let those arms just hang, they're heavy. Let the neck relax, it's heavy. Draw the belly button back and roll yourself back up to the top again. Lift out of the hips. Good, take a breath in, bring those arms forward. Breathe out. Open out the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe in, bring it forward. Breathe out, squeeze it back. Breathe in, forward. And breathe out, take it back. Good, come out to the side. We're going to come over and hold. Take your top arm towards your ear so you're getting a good side stretch there. Bring it back out to the side and come up tall. Over to the other side now and hold. Bring that top arm over towards your ear. Hold, and then back out and coming up. And gently take the arms down. Good, circle those wrists a few times. And the other way. Good. All right, take a deep breath in now. Breathe out, take those hands to your ears. Breathe in, lift your shoulders nice and high, and then breathe out, take them down. Breathe in, elbows go back. And deep breath out. We're going to do that once more, breathing in. Remember, it's just gentle. You don't need to feel any intense stretching here. Gently up, gently down, gently open, and release. Good job. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Good work. How are you feeling now? So let me know. Well, I'm going to head off. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak to you all very soon. See you later.